Hello everyone, my name is Shawna and I'm with Downtown Desert Yoga. Today I'll be guiding you through a short 30-minute yoga practice. I just want to let you know right now as we move through this sequence, I'll be guiding you through a sequence, but please feel free to take any variation that feels best for your body. This is your body, your yoga practice, okay? Thank you for joining us today. I'd like to go ahead and start in a child's pose today. That means we're gonna come to our knees kneeling. Bring our knees out a little wide and toes together. Then we're gonna send our sit bones back towards our heels and walk our hands out towards the front of the mat. You can then rest your forehead on the mat and continue sitting back towards the heels. And begin to breathe. Start taking some nice deep inhales and nice full deep exhales. Maybe you could feel your belly move up and down. This right here is our child's pose. This is a resting posture. And remember, at any point during the class, if you need to take a break or a rest, you can always take this pose right here. We'll go ahead and shift our weight forward now. Bring our knees together, and then let's sit back onto our heels, finding a hero's pose. You let your hands rest right here on your thighs if that's comfortable for you. And just take a couple deep breaths right here in your center. And we're gonna do some side stretches. So you can take your right hand and place it down on the ground or even on your side. And reach your left arm up and over your head and reach through those fingertips, getting a nice long stretch in the side of your body here. Inhale, reach through the fingertips. It's as if we have a rubber band from our rib cage to our hip. And then inhale, we'll reach straight up with both arms. Reach through those fingertips, reaching for the sky. Maybe take a look up. And then exhale, we're gonna drop that left hand down to our side and reach through the right fingertips as we bring that arm up over our head. Now getting a nice stretch in the right side of the body. You could take a look down at the ground. That's comfortable on your neck. And just look forward. And we'll inhale, lift both arms straight up towards the sky again. Lift our gaze. And exhale, let's bring the palms of our hands together and bring the hands down to our heart. We're gonna take a little twist now. I'm gonna turn to face you. So we're gonna begin to twist over to the left, over to one side, until our spine doesn't want to twist anymore. We'll stop there. Maybe we peek over that left shoulder. Take a few deep breaths here. And then inhale will bring us back to the middle. Take a nice deep inhale, getting nice and tall in your seat. And then exhale, we're gonna twist over to the opposite side now. Stop wherever our spine tells us to stop. And then maybe, if we'd like, we could take a peek over that right shoulder. And on an inhale, we'll return back to the middle, back to our center. And release both hands down to the mat. We're gonna rock onto all fours into a tabletop position. Square ourselves up. Now we're gonna do what we call some cat-cows. On an inhale, we're gonna let our belly be soft and drop towards the mat, lift our chest and our eyes. Exhale, we're gonna round our upper back like a Halloween cat, letting the head be heavy, tucking the tailbone. And on inhale, we'll move back into our cow, letting the belly drop down towards the mat. Lift the chest, happy cow. And exhale, we'll round the upper back again. Moving the spine back and forth here. Start to move with your own breath. Inhale brings you into your cow. Soft belly. Exhale, we round the upper back. Into our cat. So we got one more in each direction here. Our happy cow on an inhale. So we breathe deep. And exhale, our scared cat. As we let out all our breath. All right, and then we'll return back to our tabletop here. I'm gonna curl our back toes under, and then we're gonna lift our hips up towards the sky, finding a downward dog. Once you get here, you can shake it out a little bit, walk your dog. Bending the right leg and then the left leg. Moving back and forth. You could bend your knees. And bring the body towards the knees. So you're taking a little peek at the legs through your arms. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. See how deep you can breathe. We're gonna take a look up at our hands, bend our knees, and then walk towards the front of our mat. So our feet are gonna meet up with our hands. Now we're gonna forward fold. Take a moment to let the upper body be heavy as you fold forward. Take a look at the ground. Maybe you sway back and forth a little bit. You could shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. And then we'll let the hands and arms be heavy, the head be heavy. Let's roll ourselves up. All the way up to standing. All right, now in standing, I'm turn to face you again. We're gonna find a mountain pose. So mountain pose is a strong standing position. We're gonna feel our feet on the ground, maybe rock back and forth a little bit, ground ourselves into the earth, and then find our center. Slight lift in the legs, stand nice and tall, but keep yourself kind of soft. Let's bring our shoulders all the way up to our ears, and then take an exhale, let them drop down. Do that one more time. Inhale, the shoulders up to the ears, and then sigh it out. Let them go. Beautiful. All right, so we're gonna inhale, lift the arms up over our head. Maybe take a peek at our fingertips. And then we're gonna fold forward again, finding our forward fold. Bend those knees if you like. Bring the hands all the way down to the ground this time. So bend the knees as much as you need to get there. And then we're gonna step the left foot back. And then drop the knee down to the mat and release the top of the foot. We're in a low lunge here. Just stay shifted forward. Take a look at the ground. Keep your spine nice and long. And then on an inhale, we're gonna lift ourselves up. So engage the belly, lift ourselves up off of our leg. So we're upright. You could interlace the fingers together, press into the thigh if you like. Stand nice and tall here. Always remembering to breathe. All right, and then we're gonna put both hands down again, frame that front foot. We'll curl those back toes under and lift the knee. We're gonna step that left foot back up to the top of our mat. So we're in a forward fold again. Let the body be heavy, upper body. Hands are down on the mat, and then we're gonna step that right foot back. Drop that right knee to the mat. Release the foot. And stay here for a couple breaths in our low lunge. So we'll just take a look down at our big toe. Let our neck be nice and long. And then we're gonna inhale and lift ourselves up again. Do an upright position. If you'd like, you could interlace those fingers and press into that thigh. You could also always keep your hands right here at the waist if you find that more comfortable. Get nice and long and tall. To help with your balance, you could just look at something in front of you that's not moving. And then exhale, let's bring the hands around that front foot. We'll curl the back toes under, lift that knee up, and then step that foot up towards the top of the mat. Forward fold again. Once again, we're gonna roll up. So let the arms be heavy, let them dangle. And then roll ourselves all the way up to standing. Back in our mountain, strong mountain pose here. Take a couple deep breaths in mountain. We're gonna move into a warrior. So we're gonna take the left foot and just step it back behind us. And you could drop the heel to the mat. So we're nice and strong here. You could bring the hands to the waist and look towards the front of your mat. Just take a look at your toes. You can lift your gaze. Maybe lift the arms up overhead. And reach through the fingertips. Your arms could be straight or they could have a slight bend in them. You can always keep them at your waist as well. All right, this is our warrior one. Now we're gonna find our warrior two. So we're gonna spiral the hands open and open up the hips. Take a look at that knee. Make sure it's behind your ankle or right over it. And take a look over those front fingertips. Nice, strong warrior. Standing nice and tall. And then we'll straighten that front leg. Now we're gonna find a triangle pose. So as you can see, our legs look like a triangle here. We're gonna reach through those front fingertips, leaning forward. And then we're gonna pour over that leg, letting the hand come down to our shin. Or even up here at the waist is great too. Your other arm could also come to the waist, or if you wanna keep it lifted, you could do that as well. Triangle. You could look up at the fingertips, or maybe down at the ground is more comfortable. All right, nice and strong. We're gonna lift back up into our triangle pose. And then we're gonna come point our toes both forward. So we're in a wide-legged fold now, in a wide-legged pose now. Bringing our hands to our hips. Let's go ahead and hinge at the hips, fold at the hips, and bring our upper body down. Stay right here, or if you could touch the ground, you could bring the hands right underneath you. Reach your head forward, nice and long. And then if you'd like, you could lower your upper body down a little bit and let your head be heavy. You might want to bend your knees just a little bit here, just slightly. Let the head be heavy, like a ripe apple. We're gonna lift up with a nice flat back, bend the knees slightly, bring our hands to our hips, and lift ourselves back up. We're gonna turn to face that right foot again, and then step the left foot up to meet the right. Coming back to our mountain pose. Okay, now we're gonna do that on the other side. We're gonna take the right foot back, right behind us, and then drop the heel down to the mat. So the whole foot is on the mat there. Hands could come to the hips for a moment. Take a look at that toe, so you wanna be facing generally towards the toe. And then inhale the arms up. If you'd like to find your full warrior, or the hands can stay at the hips. Maybe look straight forward, like a nice strong warrior. Maybe you'd like to go lifted and look up at those fingertips. Each pose is yours. Remember to smile, warrior smile too. Okay, I'm gonna change positions, stay right where you're at. Now we're gonna spiral the arms open and find that warrior two. So one arm is in front of us, one arm is behind us. We're gonna look nice and strong over those fingertips. Make sure you can see your big toe. Take a few deep, full breaths. And then straighten that front leg. We're gonna find our triangle again. So legs are in a triangle position. We're gonna reach forward with those left fingertips. And then bring that hand down to the shin, or keep it up at the waist. Finding our triangle pose. So both hands could be at the hips, or you could lift that right hand straight up. Nice, strong, sturdy triangle. All right, and then we're gonna get nice and strong and lift ourselves up off of those legs. And then we're gonna step the right foot. Well, first we're gonna face those left toes, and we're gonna step the right foot up to meet the left at the top of our mat. Beautiful. All right, let's step our feet a little wide. So just a little wider than our hips here. And go ahead and allow the toes to kind of come out. Bring the hands to the hips, and then we're gonna try to sit down as if we're coming into a squat. Place the hands together, bring them to your heart, and then press into the legs with your elbows there. This is our Yogi Squat. It's a nice strong posture. Reach through the top of the head, get nice and tall, and sink down towards the mat. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. Filling your balloons up, your lungs up like balloons. All right, and then let's bring our hands behind us and sit down. Let's roll all the way onto our back and curl ourselves into a little ball. Let's rock back and forth. Rock forward and back. Maybe you want to see if you can come all the way to seated. Rocking forward and back, and then coming into a cross-legged position. You could also just lift yourself up to seated if that's easier. All right, so we're in a comfortable cross-legged position. From here, let's just bring our hands down to the mat in front of us. Let's walk our hands forward, one hand at a time. It's a nice long spine, and then we could just let ourselves go a little bit. Let the head be heavy. We're folding forward. Taking some nice deep breaths here. And we'll walk our hands back up. So we're sitting up tall again. Let's change the cross in our legs. So if your right leg is forward, now we're gonna switch it around. We're gonna do the same thing. Let's walk our hands forward, folding our upper body forward and letting our body be heavy. In our forward fold. We'll walk our hands back. So we're back in a seated position. Now let's walk our hands behind us. It's like that. Your palms or your fingers can face backwards if that's comfortable. And then we're gonna lift our chest, lift our heart. So we're creating a little bridge with our chest. You can look straight up if that's comfortable. Or forward if you find that more comfortable. Going into a little back bend here. And then we'll walk our hands back up, finding ourselves back in an upright position. Let's extend the left leg long, or one leg long, whatever leg you like, and keep that right foot against that leg. So the right leg is bent, left leg is long. You're gonna turn to face those toes. Take a nice deep inhale and lift the arms up overhead, get nice and tall, and then fold forward. Reaching for whatever we can grab. Maybe that's your leg, maybe that's your ankle, maybe it's your foot. Wherever you're at, pull your head forward towards the toes. And then allow your head to be heavy. Maybe your forehead comes to your knee, or it just hangs there. You can bend your knee a little bit here. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. Then walk your hands back up to the center. And we'll go ahead and switch legs. So let's send the opposite leg long, and then bend that other knee, bringing the foot to the inner leg, inner thigh. And again, inhale the arms up. Find your height, find your length, and then reach forward. Grab whatever you can grab. Pull your head towards your toes. And then relax your head and shoulders. Remember, you could bend that knee a little bit. Taking a few deep breaths here. And then bring our hands to the mat. Walk ourselves back up. Awesome. All right. We're gonna bring our feet right in front of us with the knees bent. Go ahead and grab behind the legs there, and then roll yourself down onto the mat. So your back is flat on the mat. From here, go ahead and hug the one knee in towards the chest and extend the other leg long. So I'm doing my left knee, hugging it in, right leg is long. We're gonna take that knee, we're gonna bring it across our body. So we're in a little bit of a twist. Allow the arm to come long, onto the mat, the palm could be up. That other hand could be on top of that knee. Let's take some deep breaths, allowing the breath to bring us into our twist. All right, we're gonna untwist our pretzel here, coming back to the center. Bring our butt up to our knee up towards the middle, and then drop that foot down. Go ahead and bring that leg long now. And bend the opposite knee and grab onto it. Give your leg a little hug there, bringing it in towards your chest. Again, we're gonna take that opposite hand and draw that knee across the body, finding a twist on the opposite side. One hand can be over the knee, And the other arm could be out to the side like a T. Breathe into your twist. These twisted up poses are really relaxing to our body and our mind, or can be. Alright, untwist ourselves here, bringing that knee back towards the middle. Let the foot come down to the mat. Then we'll find a Savasana, so both legs are going to be long here. We're laying flat on our back. You can also lay on your side or your belly if that's more comfortable. And we're going to just allow our body to be heavy on the mat, finding our resting pose, the end of our practice. Allow yourself to feel the practice that you just had. We're going to find a bit of a short Savasana. So I'm going to invite you to take 10 deep breaths here in this pose. Just focus on your breath, filling those lungs up like balloons. Okay, everyone. Wiggle your fingertips and your toes. You reach the arms overhead, stretch the toes to the fingers. Roll yourself to one side. Nice and slow, curling up in a little ball. Little baby. We'll lift ourselves slowly up to seated. And meet each other in a seated position. If you'd like to join me, bringing your hands to your heart. I'd like to thank you all for joining me in this practice today. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you very much. Namaste.